Go.
All right, that was Rihanna and Drake work. So over the weekend, I was performing in Cleveland, and I was at a bar, and I was sitting, and I was watching SportsCenter, and they were talking about how Myles Garrett, who had been suspended by the NFL for going after Pittsburgh's quarterback with his helmet, and he alleges that he was called the N-word, and that is why he did it. Now, I got to tell you, in all honesty, that when I first saw the play initially, I thought, well, this dude, this is out of character for him to be this angry about nothing. So later on, he was suspended indefinitely. They rescinded his suspension. He still sticks with it. Now, I was having a conversation with a cat in the bar, and he said, well, I think he just made that up. And I said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt simply for this reason. I know what it's like to be called that name and then people not believe you or jump it off. I know what it's like. But here is the truth of our situation. This is the dilemma we find ourselves in, particularly as black people or people of color in general. There is nothing that you could ever conceive of that hasn't already been done to us. The reason black people don't tend to have conspiracy theories because everything we theorize about has already happened. We live in a country right now where you can't imagine anything so heinous, so disturbing, so inhumane that hasn't already been done to us. Anything. You can't think of an abomination ever committed in the history of mankind that hasn't happened to us. Not one. From feeding black babies to hogs and using them for alligator bait, to cutting pregnant women open and watching their kids spit out and stomping their heads, to performing surgery on black people with no anesthesia, and that dude got a statue at a school in Tennessee as we speak. From giving people a disease just to see how it happened, doctors giving them diseases, to raping, to murdering, to selling children. There's nothing that we could imagine that hasn't already been happening. We live in a world right now, in a space and a time right now, where it is inconceivable to come up with an abomination, so atrocity, so disturbing that it hasn't already been done. Already. The bar has been set. There is nothing that you can do or say or imagine that atrocity that we haven't suffered. Not one time. So the reason that we do not have conspiracy theories, because almost everything we theorize has already happened. From assassinating our leaders, to drugging, to wiretapping leaders, to framing people, to murdering people at the hands of the authorities. There's nothing you can think of that hasn't already happened. So when Myles Garrett makes this allegation, I believe him. I believe him for a couple of reasons. One is because I just tend to give people the benefit of the doubt initially. And two, he hit a dude that was an avowed Trump supporter. And you ain't got to tell me nothing else. Nothing else. You ain't got to say, I ain't got to roll a tape. When that dude said Trump supporter, I believe he said nigga. I do. I believe it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that I find ironic. That when they were arguing on ESPN, that it was, I think, Michael Wilborn and Stephen A. were saying they didn't think it happened. But the white dude, Max Kellerman, said, nah, I know my folk, and nigga is not uncommon. And then I started thinking, there literally is, what does it say that we live in a world, or survive the world, where that you can't even conceive of something that we haven't been through? You can't even conceive of it. Every way to defend, from peeling people's skins off while children sit and ate at a picnic, to burning people alive while people are watching and taking pictures and laughing. So when you tell me that I don't believe this cat when he says that, there's a reason that young man went crazy. Now he's already done his fine, his penalty has already been leveled against him, but he insists on this, and I tell you why. Because everything you could do to us, you did, so why would you stop? That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.